the monster was really a good guy. He didn't want to hurt anybody, but those idiots with torches kept chasing him up and down the hill. So I said, I'm going to get a monster who's a good guy. Now, the one thing I know is fans love their heroes to wear costumes, either costumes or have something about them that's very colorful looking. And I couldn't think of a reason why a monster would buy a costume. So I figured instead of that, I'm going to give him a different skin color. That'll be the nearest thing to a costume. And I thought gray would be a great color because it's kind of scary looking. And nobody was using it at the moment. So I colored him gray in the first issue. And the printer wasn't able to do the color on one page. It looked like dark gray one page. He looked black one page. It looked like he was light gray. He didn't look consistent. So when you're an editor of comics, like I was, you're a little bit like God. You can change somebody's skin color. So for the second issue, I said, let's make him green. And the printer was able to get the same shade of green on every page. And that's why the Hulk is green. If he had would have been gray. So you know something that nobody in the outside world knows, and keep it to yourself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Lou Ferrigno. Speaking of Hulk.
I have no idea who he is, but
I'm 9 years old.
I came here because I can't stand you getting so much attention. I decided that I wanted to track your panel.
Lou Ferrigno.
I hope it says Lou, because he'll forget his name.
Anyway, I want to say when I was a little child, I was a kid, I had to read this whole comic book. I was very introverted. I had a small little waist in the basement. I used to fantasize on like a real life walking lady. And I used to read a comic book and say, Stan Lee, Stan Lee. Little I realized 40 years later, here we are at MegaCon, and all of you here celebrating the legacy of the Hulk.
Yes, yes, yeah, yes. Yeah, they were in a movie together.
Aww.
No, tell me what a nice guy you are. That when I was a little kid, I could read the magazine, the whole comic book. I could do the comic. That's the reason why I look like this today, because I want to be like the Hulk, and thank you to you.
You know how long it took him to wash the green off? He's got a little bit behind the ears.
Don't you love this guy?
Yeah. Excelsior.
I was the first one to have the Hulk series again. He came on the series on a couple of the episodes. But think about it, today we have a superhero, the Adventure, dominate the box office because everyone wants to be a superhero. That's what we have today. And next week we have the Avengers.
Guardians of the Galaxy. What if the three of us were the next Guardians of the Galaxy?
You mean we're not?
Well, we would need somebody like Yondu or, you know, like to help us out. And
Well, think of
on
character. I'll definitely play the character.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, it's Yondu. Yeah. Oh God, I don't have it. This is. I can go home after this one. I'm going home after this. I don't need to see anything else.
We were at the buffet. He just comes in and goes to the buffet.
I just bought his character for my Disney Infinity game. You gotta get that Disney Infinity game.
We got the strongest guy in the world, and we got the scariest guy in the world. I'm glad you're here.
Oh my God. This is awesome.
I am an old man.
I thought it was the handsomest guy.
Oh, that's okay. I'm a handsome old man. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about me.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you.
I know exactly. Florida line. Is he at first alien with a southern accent? Yeah.
but sit down somewhere over there.
He's hilarious.
You better not take Lou's chair, he'll tear you apart. Remember when I told you how to build yourself up, Lou?
I did 100 push-ups before I
I
came.
gave him all his exercises, I told him what to do.
Woo! Woo! Oh yeah. Big sweaty
I
man.
will do that.
Okay, I have a question. Two amazing actors are up there with you. I wanted to know how much input you have in selecting the actors that play these awesome.
I gotta take the whole thing.
Stan does all the casting. From Marvel and Disney.
Makes all the money too.
No, I only cast myself for the cameos. The rest I want you to stop referring to them as cameos. I now think of them as supporting roles.
Well, then what would be your ideal supporting role that you haven't played yet?
It would be if Lou Ferrigno and whatever his name is, Michael, if they were in the movie and I was the guy who beat him up. That would be a great role. But the trouble is it would be too lifelike.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's a violent individual.
Every convention I go to, this guy crops up. He gets the limelight, he gets all the fans. I stand around hoping someone will talk to me.
Come on.
Thank goodness Lou is here. Nobody knows who he is.
Oh, he's a peach,
I do a
man.
whistle. I walk by Stan's table and I whistle. It's sort of like a pie.
In the movie. Yeah.
And fans follow me.
Can't tell what he says, can't talk It's okay. It's never worth hearing anyway.
Oh, he's awesome.
They're talking about me.
Listen, let's get a big round of applause for our special guest here. They have to get back to work.
That was a lot of fun, guys. I really feel very honored, and it's special to be on here in the presence of.
You forgot my name.
Who is this guy again?
Stanley! Stan the man.
I want to ask you something about zombies.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I have a very important zombie question. You can help me with this. If you were dead and then you came back to life, why would you want to hurt people? You'd be so happy. Ooh, I'm alive again. You'd want to go to the movies. You'd want to stay dinner.
Great writer,
Why
man.
would you want to be a bad person? I want that whole idea to be changed. I want it more realistic. I want you to be a good person. Not easy.
I thought Earl Dixon was a good person on The Walking Dead.
They killed him off in The Walking Dead. How many of you feel that you're disappointed they killed him off?
Oh yeah, but you know what? If that hadn't happened, I would not have been in
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Love you, brother. Okay, bye everybody.
All right, let's get serious.
All right. We have a lady waiting patiently.
My question is, Stan, what is your most favorite thing about seeing your comic books come to life and playing these supporting roles that you put in?
This is a body roll like that. I can't tell you, there are few things as thrilling as seeing something that you had a hand in creating coming to life on the screen and being even better than you thought it could be. I mean, some of these movies. Oh, wait till you see The Avengers, the new one.
Yeah, short preview. Yeah.
It's opening tomorrow on Monday in Los Angeles, and I'll be there knocking on the door trying to get them to let me in.
Wow.
It's going to be great. And wait till you see my supporting role. He's saying I'm not allowed to tell too much about it. I know that. I can't tell them. It's the first supporting role I've had that has 2 scenes. Each scene is like 6 seconds long. 2 scenes, you'll see.
Oh, I can listen to them all day.
What was your favorite supporting role that you played in?
Gee whiz. They're all so good. And I don't know why I haven't gotten an Oscar yet. I think they're probably working on it. My favorite one, honestly, my favorite one is the one that's opening up tomorrow. You've got to see The Avengers because it's the funniest one I've done. You're going to see it and you're going to say, wow, Stan wasn't kidding. This is great. I'm going to come and buy another ticket and see it again. So much that they buy more and more tickets. Sure.
All right, so staying on the topic of supporting roles, seeing as how they become such a staple part of Marvel films, I wanted to know how they got their start and why you think they've become such a big deal with fans.
What? It's kind of crazy. Just stay on the top of Sting, on top of the sorting roles.
It's amazing.
Oh, I guess his roles.
A couple of minutes to ask the question, and this is why you're a good writer and editor. You condense it down to a few choice words. You're very good at that. Okay. Now I've got the
So did I.
All right, so seeing as how your supporting roles are a staple part of Marvel films, I wanted to know how they got their start and why you think they're so big with fans.
Because he wrote the stories. He's the author.
How do I start?
He's adored.
It's because of the guy who did
There's Stanley Doll on the
movie.
Ryan Singer. Ryan Singer.
I met him just the other day. Oh, he's doing the new X-Men, and he offered me a cameo in that. I wasn't in the last X-Men because they were shooting it in Europe, and I just couldn't get away. I couldn't afford the fare.
Yeah.
The question was, oh, how did it all start? Is that what it was? Sure. Well, Ryan Singer was doing the first X-Men movie, and he said, Stan, how would you like to be in one of the scenes? Now, you'll find this hard to believe, because you know how bashful I am. I said to him, I'd love it. So he had me play a guy who was selling hot dogs on the beach.
I remember that, on the beach.
One of the characters walked by. And it didn't require much talent. All I did was hold the goddamn hot dog. I must have done it so well. When, I forgot his name. Who directed?
Brian Singer.
No, who directed the Spider-Man?
Oh. Sam Raimi, yeah.
When Sam Raimi did Spider-Man, he said, hey, how would you like to be in one of our scenes, too? And I think now we get a real chance to act. So I said, yeah, what'll I do? He said, well, you're going to be in the crowd downstairs looking up worried as things are happening. And I said, all right, 2 seconds. But again, I must have done it so well. And all of a sudden they were asking me to do heavy about the supporting role. One funny one I thought it was for the Fantastic Four, where I couldn't get to the wedding because they didn't believe who I was. I thought that was kind of good. Although anybody would believe who I am, nobody else like me.
Well, I think the fun part for us, if I'm right, is that we wait for that scene. We wait for Stan to appear so we know it's a Marvel movie. We know it's not.
It's really more than that. I'm going to tell you a secret why the movies make so much money. Because of the cameos, and here's why. And I told you I wasn't in the last X-Men movie. I could have flown to Europe. But they said, no, we don't want you in it. We'll make more money. And here's how. Somebody goes to see the X-Men, they sit through the whole movie. Now, we didn't see Stan.
You're right.
We must have blinked or maybe.
Yeah.
Buy another ticket for a chance to see me. So, because of me, all these movies make twice the money.
Swampland in Florida.
My question is that I want to know how you came to create Daredevil and why didn't you have Tanner in Daredevil?
Good question. He was in the movie Daredevil. He's crossing the
So the
street.
show hasn't finished yet. I mean, I got a cameo in Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. What is it?
Agent Carter.
Carter.
Agent Carter.
And I'll get one in Daredevil. They haven't found anything yet. They're looking for the kind of role, it must be obvious to you, they're looking for the kind of role that Laurence Olivier would have played. And it's not easy, but you'll see me in Daredevil. He's one of my favorite characters.
Hi. First, it's an honor, sir. Thank you for being here. My question has to do with your work in general. You have influenced people of all ages from all over the world, myself included. I came from another country just to see you. Did you expect your work to be this big? And how does it make you feel that this is gonna go on, probably for many more years to come?
How are we here to summarize that?
They can hear you.
I'm going to show you why I'm such a good guest at the panels and why people love listening to me. It feels good. I don't think about it that much, especially the part when I'm gone. I think about that very rarely. But sometimes I can't believe it. I come to these conventions, people that dress up like our characters. I mean, occasionally.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Guys usually standing off in a corner. Oh, did you ever notice Superman lives in Sydney, the Superman? In Metropolis, and Batman lives in Gotham City. And where do our characters live? New
York, Chicago.
New York City, in the real world. Metropolis, that's all.
Yes. Hello, sir. It is an honor to be here and hear you talk. My question is, what is your best advice to artists who want to break into the comic industry?
Draw good. That question is asked often, and so is what's your best advice to writers? And honestly, I don't know how to answer either of them. What you've got to do if you're an artist or a writer, if you're an artist, you've got to send samples of your artwork to the editor of whatever book you're interested in at Marvel or at any company, and hope that they'll like your samples and you got to remember, your artwork has to be at least as good as what's being published now, or they've no reason to hire you because they've already got artists who can draw the way they're drawing. You've almost got to be, if anything,
Better.
be a little bit
Better.
than the
Or
people
different.
we have.
Yeah.
In order for an editor to say, wow, look at this is great, let's call the guy. With writing, it's easy to tell how good an artist is. You look at the drawings, right? With writing, you have to do a lot of reading, and that's a little difficult. So if you're a writer who wants to get into comics, it helps if you write something else, like if you have a novel published, or if you have stories published in some regular magazines, where you can send those to the editor, and he can see, oh, this guy's a professional, he's been published, and he reads it, and oh, this is pretty well done. But if you're just a guy who writes a letter and says, I'd like to write Spider-Man, or this or that, they don't know what to make of it. It is very difficult to get into the business now, unless, as a writer, unless you're already really a professional. As an artist, again, all you've got to do is have artwork that'll knock the editor's eye out. Not easy, but I'm giving you what I think is a truthful answer. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, and now we have the internet, you can post your artwork on it, you can link people to it, you can even link...
I forgot about that, you're right.
And you can link an editor and say, look, here's my work. Honestly, if you blow them away, they'll probably call you, because we're always looking for unbelievable artists. There's a lot of middle-of-the-road guys, and you just have to say to yourself, I have to be better than everybody else. You have to be better than what you're looking at, and that's always the goal to go for. Okay? So, wish you luck.
See why I like this guy? He's better than I do.
I want to take a second. I see the camera to focus on this. I have the world's smallest Stanley in my hand. I don't know if you get any closer or not. Can you guys see it? It's a small stand. If you look at it, it's brilliant. It's so dead on. I can't even tell you. It's unfortunate I can't just walk around with it. But it's made by a company called Co-Create. It's a 3D figure. They actually scanned Stan and made this figure. And we have, I think, 3 of them. We're going to give away.
Yeah, we have a few.
Oh, I want one.
We're giving them away. Probably sell them for $1 or $2.
There's 5 of them, and we're going to give who's going to
Sign 'em.
But the first question is, it's got to be the true Marvel fan. Everybody's a true Marvel fan, but the first question, the first one is going to go to only the people that is wearing a Spider-Man related item. Stand up.
Oh.
Hey, I got to do some fighting, guys. Okay, now, okay, here's the question, guys.
He's signing them too.
What issue? Oh, I can't see that one. Baby. Who was
Come on.
the editor's name that told Stan not to do Spider-Man? Because originally Spider-Man, his editor told him Spider-Man can't be a kid; he's got to be an adult. You guys know anybody? Nope. Sit down. Guy, person right there. Yeah.
James Jonas Jameson.
Nope. Guy right there.
Robbie Robertson.
Yeah. Who? Nope. 2. Okay, who else? Anybody? If you don't know the answer, we'll just move to the next one. I got to get right
Robbie
there.
Robertson.
Okay, what? Look, well, we'll get to you in a minute if you don't know. These guys have the first dibs. How about you?
Is it a real person or was it from the comics?
Okay, what is it? What?
Marvel.
That wasn't Ditko.
Marvel.
That's right. Good. There you go. That's the first one.
Okay, it's a real person. Yeah.
Okay, the next one is, this one's an easy one. Okay, don't yell it out, but what was the issue that the original Green Goblin died?
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, here's one for you. You guys all saw the original
Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, right? There's a close-up shot of him sketching out his Spidey suit for the first time in his notebook. What Marvel artist, whose hand was used to draw that?
John Romita. John Romita?
Right there.
Nelson.
Wrong.
John Romita?
Back there. Nope, wrong. Right there. Nope.
John Romita.
Yep, you win. Phil Mendes.
All right. Here's a simple one, guys. Everybody should know everybody's in here for big fan of Stan. First person raises their hand only. How many years has he been married? Let's go with the young lady right here. No, how many years? Do the math. Do the math, quick. You got 5 seconds.
I'm born
15 and 40 and 3.
I'm born 58, I'll be 57, 46,
15 and 40.
60, 63.
There you go, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. How many we got left? How many we got left?
I had to videotape the whole thing.
Okay, that's it. I got to tell you,
that guy who's answering you these questions is Max Anderson. He's an associate of mine, and he knows more about comics than anybody you'll ever know. Anything you want to know, just look up Max Anderson and ask him, and he's going to kill me for saying this because he'll be busy the rest of his life now. I have been told to shout something out. And I'm going to do that because I follow orders. So I say, happy birthday to Aisha.
Wow.
Okay, I knew that. You did it fantastic.
Follow orders is magnificent.
It's good. It's good. Let's take another question.
We have time for one more.
Okay. Give it away.
I wanted to know, and I purposely derived myself to figure this out, I just want to figure out from you. Where does the whole thing for Excelsior come from?
Oh yeah, man. That's up and upward and onward toward the
Well, we
greater
have to
good.
get back to DC Comics.
Upward and onward. That's Roman.
I used to write a
Right.
soapbox column, and I used little expressions in the soapbox, enough said and things like that.
Yep.
And little by little, I saw my expressions popping up in the DC. And I said, I've got to think of something that they won't be able to copy because they won't know what the hell it means.
Upward and
I'm
onward.
from New York, and the Great Seal of the state of New York has the word
Excelsior.
on it. Kind of a dramatic word. It means
Upward and onward toward the greater good, the greater glory.
And I
Yeah.
figured they never know what that meant. They never know how to spell it.
Learned that in school. Huh?
Ending what I wrote with Excelsior. And now, of course, I've made the word so famous that whoever created it ought to send me a royalty. That's
Plato.
the origin of Excelsior. It's my own little word, and don't you go using it. Tell DC of you.
That's great. I got to mention that Stan's going to be at the ACDC, it's the Atlantic City Boardwalk Convention coming up. If any of you guys are in New Jersey or in the New Jersey area, you should see Stan there. You can probably gamble all his money away, but it'll be a fun time. And also want to mention that Stan is on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I'm big on Twitter.
He's big on Twitter. And he's at it's at the Real Stan Lee, and it is the Real Stan Lee.
But I gotta tell you a secret about that. I don't really have time to do that stuff, so there are other people who write these Twitters.
Wow. You actually said that. That's pretty awesome. Wow.
Check them out, and if you read anything that isn't right or that doesn't sound like
that's
me,
awesome.
you let me know and I'll give them help.
You told me you love me on Twitter, that wasn't you?
I never told you what. I couldn't remember who you were.
It's funny, real quick, I just want to put on that. It's true what he says sometimes on what he doesn't write everything on there. He makes little funny things, but his wife, which is the queen bee that runs the whole show, makes him get on.
I don't like
Can you disappoint your
my wife more than about me.
He doesn't like to talk about his wife more than him.
Although I haven't talked to him about his wife. You know why, guys? Honestly, want to tell you why? Because I get good points. So anyway, yeah, he does do it, but his wife's the one that gets him. He stays up late at night.
I resent one thing. Whenever I call my wife, instead of saying, how are you? She says, how's Max?
Yeah, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound
It's
right.
always right, trust me. And mind you, I've known him for over 12 years already, and I get along with his daughter. When I go to shows or events with him, this is Max Anderson, or his wife will say, oh, this is Max. Or when I'm with his daughter, and I'll get introduced, he goes, hey, so, who's that? Oh, that's my evil little brother, Max. It's funny. But anyway, guys, Stan's got to go. Yep. But remember one thing, tomorrow is the premiere of Mentors 2. We'll be on there, he'll be on there, so we'll, you guys want to watch the premiere down there.
Round of applause for Stan.
I just wasn't expecting it.
94, man. Tall, long legs,
That's how.
big hands.
That's how
Yeah.
Got
Got that quick mind, man. Got great sense of humor. You really get the comic, the humor in the comics when you hear him talk. He's just got this great wit.